The way Governor Greg Abbott and local leaders addressed a recent spike in COVID-19 cases made headlines across the country. KXAN News Today anchor Sally Hernandez talked with the Texas Tribune's Alana Rocha about how things quickly evolved the last few days.
Alana, Governor Abbott held a press conference this week to address the record numbers that we're seeing with COVID-19. What did he have to say about it?
Well, it's what he didn't say. For weeks now, we've heard city and county leaders here in Austin as well asking the government, or the governor rather, if they can impose stricter mask restrictions. And finally, the governor said, well, somebody finally figured it out, that city and counties can require businesses within their jurisdictions to do just that, to require masks. And so it's, I guess, this workaround that's okay with the governor, that the governor won't, require businesses to require masks, but local city county leaders can. And in short notice, you saw several counties announce such measures moving forward. Here in Austin, Bexar County, down in San Antonio, Dallas is considering a similar measure.
The surge in coronavirus cases, Alana, a lot of it is linked to Texans in their 20s getting sick. Why is that?
The governor speculates that maybe this age group isn't taking social distancing protocols as seriously. They feel young and healthy and don't see it as a threat. He also this week mentioned seeing photos that were circulating after Memorial Day weekend celebrations where people were clearly not practicing social distancing at bars that are required to impose such guidelines. And so during that news conference, he talked about how the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, which licenses bars, could be pulling liquor licenses from those who aren't following the guidelines. So, another step in kind of giving consequences to those who aren't following the protocols as we see cases, deaths, hospitalizations continue to surge.
Let's talk about the race for the White House. Polls are suggesting that Joe Biden has a shot at winning Texas. So is it worth him to spend money to compete here?
Big money. We know it's expensive to run in Texas given the geography, the number of media markets. It's not clear. Texas, we've written about how kind of would be icing on the cake. He doesn't necessarily need it to win, given that he's polling by wider margins in states that Trump won in 2016, states like Florida, North Carolina, Michigan. And so it might be wiser for his campaign to spend there, though state Democrats are hoping he does invest here because down ballot it could mean that Democrats take control of the state house for the first time in a few decades and solidify their majority in the U.S. House.
Alana Rocha with the Texas Tribune. As always, thank you.
Thank you.